Hi, Timothy Carlson here. Barnes & Noble recently did a Paramount sale, 50% off a lot of their Paramount Blu-ray and 4K discs, so I actually picked up a few of them to add to my collection. And one of the movies I added to my collection was one I'd been curious about for a very long time, but only now I'm getting around to seeing. The movie I'm talking about today is Mean Girls. And again, I'd never seen this one before, but I'd heard a lot of good things over the years. The movie's now 2 decades old, believe it or not, but I'm going to unbox this release and share my opinions. There's our cover art, backing card. I like how the slipcover's in the style of the burn book from the film. That's great. Spine text, other side. Back of the backing card. And then back of the sleeve has a bunch of lip prints, kind of building on the whole burn book theme from the front cover. And believe it or not, this actually comes in a pink case. So there's a close-up there featuring our principal characters. That looks very nice. Spine text. Back cover. Inside the package, we do have a digital code for the film. The back of the digital copy also includes an ad for the 2024 film, which is a film adaptation of the Broadway musical. Then we have our 4K Ultra High Def disc right here. Brief disclaimer, this does not include a Blu-ray copy of the film, so any images you see in this review were taken from Google searches. They are not screen caps, and they do not represent the quality of the 4K disc. After living in Africa with her zoologist parents, Katie Heron must brave the wilds of high school, where she is taken under the wing of the popular girls, the Plastics, led by the cool and cruel Regina George. What follows is a treasure trove of sharp, witty humor that defined a generation, popularized countless catchphrases, inspired a hit Broadway musical, and led to a new twist on the tale with the 2024 movie. Co-starring and written by Tina Fey, Mean Girls is nothing short of a pop culture phenomenon and an iconic classic. Again, this was my first time seeing Mean Girls. I'm clearly not the target demographic for this film. I mean, it's been over 20 years since I graduated from high school, and this movie came out after I graduated. I guess that gives you an idea of how old I am now. But upon doing some research, I heard there were some very good reviews for this film, and I like high school films, I like teen angst films, I like fish out of water stories, and this sounded like, pretty much all of the ingredients for the sorts of comedies that I like. And I have to say, I watched the movie for the first time, and I was pleasantly surprised. The movie, of course, stars Lindsay Lohan portraying a teenage girl going to public school for the first time. She was previously homeschooled because her parents are zoologists and they were living in Africa, and she was homeschooled. Of course, this is the ultimate fish out of water story, and right from the get-go, she's very confused and a bit overwhelmed and not quite sure what to expect. Initially, she befriends some fellow outcasts, but then she's taken under the wing of the Plastics, led by the villainous Regina George, portrayed by a very young Rachel McAdams. And it's not long before she finds herself in a situation where she's essentially spying on the Plastics because her friends who've been bullied by them want to get revenge, but then she starts to find herself liking her status and wanting to remain a part of that group, which gives her something of an identity crisis. And of course, it's not long before everything starts crashing down and goes horribly wrong. Mean Girls has a little bit of everything. I mean, the film is very funny. The screenplay from Tina Fey is just laugh out loud funny. It's witty, it's sharp, it delivers in more ways than one. Fey, of course, plays a supporting role in the film as a teacher, and there's a great all-around supporting cast throughout this movie, although it is, by and large, Lindsay Lohan's movie, quite possibly her best performance. At this time, in 2004, her star was on the rise, and sadly, she did have a lot of issues that really derailed her career. I'm not even sure if she's, still active making movies and music. I really hope she is, because she did make some great movies back in her early formative years here, and this might be the best performance that she ever gave. But overall, as far as high school movies go, this is certainly one of the best ones I've seen of the past quarter century or so. I mean, in a way, you might even say it's like Heathers, but without all the murder. So again, very pleasantly surprised by this one, and I'm glad I scored this during Barnes & Noble's Paramount sale. The 4K disc of Mean Girls actually does look pretty solid. I mean, it is a bit flat, but the movies always look that way. It's never the kind of movie that was made to be a visual stunner, but this is a good, faithful look at how the movie was supposed to look and how it was filmed. There's clearly been no processing, noise reduction, digital tinkering, or anything like that. It looks natural, and it doesn't feel like there's been any negative aspects applied to the picture. I think it's about as good as the movie will ever look, but I think fans will be okay with that. There is one new retrospective featurette here, although it feels a little too much like a commercial for the 2024 film, which is a film adaptation of the Broadway musical. But a lot of the older era featurettes are featured here as well, so it is still a pretty robust package as far as fans go, and I think they'll be happy with the stuff they get here. I mean, again, this is not the kind of movie that I thought I was going to be into, but I ended up liking this one a lot more than I thought I did, and it's definitely worth checking out if you're a fan of high school comedies and the like. You may find yourself pleasantly surprised the way I did. How about you? What did you think of Mean Girls? Do you think this is one of the best high school movies out there? Do you think it's Lindsay Lohan's best film performance? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm always posting new videos. And make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Lindsay Carlson. I'll see you next time.